swear to God, go the fuck to sleep.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to KGV Football Park. 2019 Summer Cup Final. Beachside, Hobart United.
Welcome to the 2019 Summer Cup Final between Beachside and Hobart United here at KG5. It's a pretty good crowd packing in here. Hobart United have drawn tremendous support by the looks of things for this occasion. A big occasion for both teams. They look to claim the first piece of silverware of the season. I think generally the pre-season isn't taken too seriously until it comes to around about the final stage, and then suddenly the lure of a trophy brings out a fairly intense decider. Certainly that's been the case in recent years, and hopefully we get the same here this evening. I'm Andrew Calling. Joining me to call the action this evening is Jacob Dool. Good evening, Jacob.
Hi Andrew, great to be here again.
We've got our little mascot champion leading the referees out. There is a referee of the future right there. He has just went viral earlier in the pre-season with his antics running up and down the touchline, and he gets himself involved in proceedings this evening. Both teams just about ready to head out. We might take a look at the starting lineups momentarily for this highly anticipated clash between Beachside and Hobart United. Beachside probably championship favourites this year with the North Unites going up, would you say?
Yeah, always a really strong team, especially in that Southern Championship competition. So, as you say, with Glenorchy out of the picture, they definitely fancy their chances.
And I think Hobart United are probably another team that can see themselves pushing up. Obviously, Knights have had a bit of a monopoly on the championship the past few years, but with them going up to the NPL, suddenly the possibilities are there, and both teams have been pretty impressive throughout the pre-season. Both teams undefeated, of course, with only the top teams making it through to the final. Hobart United, well, an interesting avenue to the final. They won two fairly comfortable group stage games and then drew 0-0 with University. That was the bonus point from the penalty shootout they had there, which was a 0-0 draw. They're 9-8 in the shootout. That has sent them through here this evening. So if we do go the distance to penalties, perhaps we can expect another marathon, but we'll deal with that when we come to it. It could be a very late night indeed if that's any precedent. So the team's shaking hands here at the moment. Starting lineups in a moment, I think. We won't have the starting lineups for you in a moment, so I'm just going to manually read them out here. So we'll go with Hobart United first. Number 1, Alex Dand. Number 2, Frolis Ahayo. Number 3, Joseph Juma. Number 4, React You. Number 5, Justin Latico. Number 6, Jackson Kasif. Number 7, Peter Songer. Number 8, Myongo Kamba, MK. He's been a stalwart for a number of years. Look out for him tonight. Number 9, Hassan Shabir. Number 10, well, he's dubbed himself the King, Francis Kenny. With a nickname like that, watch out, he's a quality striker. He'll score goals if given the chances. You've got Jajelo Deju Chulo. There's your tongue twister for this evening. Ajak Ngor, Solomon Lagu, Jal David, a favourite in the slice of cheese commentary box. Looking forward to seeing Jal David do his thing. Joseph Morambu, David Nikimeyer, Vaibhav Singh, who I believe is nicknamed Buff, so we might just run with that. Sean Hawthorne and Abel Barane. So that is Hobart United squad. Beachside, there's a real blend of youth and experience. There's not a whole lot in between, I reckon. You've got a lot of young pups and then a lot of senior heads. You've got number 1, Robert Wilson. Number 2, Matthew Luttrell. Number 3, Nick Gibson. Number 4, James Anderson. Number 5, David Cox, one of those experienced heads. Alvaro Gonzalez has been an eye-catching player at Beachside for a few years. Number 6, Liam Toselli. Number 7, Ash Fisher. Watch out for him. He absolutely dominated in the Challenge League last year. He's a player on the rise. I look forward to seeing what he can do on an occasion like this. Number 9, Aaron Browning. Number 10, another favourite, the Pelican, Benny Whitehall. Well, things just happen when this man is on the pitch, ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye on the Pelican. He'll put in a forceful challenge. He might score a screamer. He might throw an elbow. Who knows? Chaos ensues. Number 11, Nicholas McDonald. Number 12, Finn O'Neill. Number 13, Damien Pearce, an experienced customer there. 15, Nicholas Westenberg. Number 16, the Art Hotel, Henry Jones. Number 17, Matthew Goldsmith. Number 18, Matthew Roberts. And with the rather unique number, which is quite fitting for Shay Hickey, may well be his age, I'm not sure, he seems to be eternal. He's still going around and absolutely bossing it. And might not move as he once did, but still very classy on the ball. Jacob, what are you expecting from this one tonight, mate?
Oh, look, it should be a really hard-fought contest. As you say, Beachside, a lot of experience there, a lot of games in the top flight, so wouldn't be surprised to see them come out on top, but should be a really cracking game.
Yeah, I'd probably make them narrow favourites, but look, this Hobart United team is exciting. They've got a lot of talent out there. They could do anything. They've got so much firepower. I'm expecting an open game with plenty of goals. Often we see finals are pretty cagey affairs, but this one has goals written all over it, I reckon. So we'll see how they go. A big occasion here, Hobart United and Beachside ready to duke it out in the 2019 Summer Cup final, and we are underway here. Ready to go as Shay Hickey gets his first touch on the ball. Expect to see plenty of him tonight. Nick Gibson rolls it up the line to Anderson. Some of those youngsters combining there. It was Liam Taselli into Hickey, who's immediately coughed it up here. It's Sabel Bahrain. Sliding one, but that'll be picked up comfortably enough. And no real threat there, but Shay Hickey caught in possession early. That's a bit of a surprise, and slightly unhits the ball. It's uncharacteristic start here from Hickey, and then slides in with a late challenge. So very scratchy first 30 seconds for the veteran there.
Yeah, you said we could be in for an action-packed game, and if that's anything to go by, it's plenty happening already, and we're 30 seconds in.
So a free kick opportunity. Joseph Juma has strode over there, although it looks like MK's going to have it now, which you'd expect. He's a real technician over the dead ball. From Hickey, and then slides in with a late challenge. Some spectacular free kicks in this time. Myongo Kamba, and known as MK, looking to test the Beachside number one early on here. So, will he shoot or opt to just chip one into the box? I reckon this early stage of the shot is every chance. MK opts to chip instead, and the Beachside defence get across. I think the last touch off a United head, so out for a goal kick. But first opportunity of the game going the way of Hobart United. Robert Wilson in net tonight for Beachside. Experienced customer back there. We have the big physical target of Brett Andrews to call upon up top, but it looks like Gonzalez and Whitehall are operating in attack for Beachside. And they might head that way now, so the Pelican looking to get involved for the first time. All the way for him by Joel David. He's probably going to be one of the most attacking centre-halves you'll see. He's a goal scorer, but he's playing at centre-back tonight, and he's very capable in a number of different roles. The amount of attacking options they have in this team, I think by necessity he's been reinvented as a defender. Certainly remember him playing as a striker at university.
Not a bad problem to have, really. That much talent on the park, just get him on wherever you can.
Yeah, there's a bit of a coaching theory around that. Just get me the good players, I'll make it work.
Yep, just make something happen.
So, speaking of making things happen, here is Betty Whitehall. Whitehall, the Pelican. It's a pretty good-looking free kick. It's caused some problems for the keeper, and in the end, Dan does just enough to put it behind. And the last touch is to come off a Beachside body in the end. Sorry, our replay screen just temporarily out here on us, so I'm sure you've had a better look at that, but it's a teasing ball. So, building from the back is Juma looking to overlap. Wasn't quite on the same page as Big Riak, who, again, is another one playing deeper tonight, but I've seen in a striking role deployed quite successfully before. He's a real behemoth of a man, and he gets a touch on it here, but it's a poor one straight to Benny Whitehall looking to cut inside, and Lesico sees that one behind. Can't see that corner, mate. So they take the corner short. Benny Whitehall driving across into the box, and it's gone to the back post, cleared off the line in the end. Dangerous moment. Hobart United now looking to transition into attack. Flying forwards through the king, Francis Kenya. He rolls it down the line for Barane. Barane powering on into the box. He's got two to pick out in the middle. He drives inside. It's a good-looking ball. The tangle of feet in the box, and Beachside see it away. As this game opens up and flies end to end, That's exactly what I was expecting. Two teams will really go at it in a pretty frenetic start here, Jacob.
Yeah, it's one cross at either end. I'm not quite sure how it got across the box, but then once it did, I'm not sure how they've not ended up in the back of the net. That's a couple of great chances they've made early.
Look at him looking the tightrope, just in behind his attackers. It's a storming run from Abel Barane, though. Really took off down the right. Some real athletes in this team here as MK has caused a little bit of trouble here, but Joel David was cool and composed. The pass will be cut out, though. Beachside try and build. And dangerous young Fisher, it was Anderson rather, trying to get involved. Gibson with the throw in. Hickey knocks it back to him. He's got a lot of support here, so tries to do it himself. Nice well to win the throw in. Into the box they go. It's going to be a goal kick on this occasion. So both teams showing good positive intent early on. So they'll play out from the back here, United. It's a rather poor pass, right into the bullseye, turned over. Shea Hickey with a little chip. And there is Ash Fisher. Fisher, quality player. Wilson rolling that one out and then chipped over the top. All the way though. The pass dealt with by Alex Dand. Hobart United #1 decisively headed away. At the back though, one of the big fella Cox. He'll take some beating this evening. Very experienced customer at the back. Jumping on that was Jackson Kassif, who was dealt with. That's a thumping challenge, a proper challenge, as my colleague Tony Peart would refer to it as. Nicely won there. Is a little bit of trouble here is Gibson. He's hoping it'll roll out, but it hasn't got the momentum on it. In the end, he buys the free kick, just a little overzealous in his attempts to win the ball back there. It's a good atmosphere here this evening. Lovely night for football at KG5. Quite warm and a good crowd building. I do think Hobart United definitely have the edge in support this evening. They've turned out in droves. MK rolls it back to David. Now Juma. Looking to get round Anderson. Good challenge there though. Anderson doing it nicely. Juma chips it up, dangerous ball. Barane making another one of those runs. He's really getting forward and in behind here. Hobart United wide man. Wilson taken down by Juma, then volleyed forward. Should be dealt with by Cox, and he is comfortably enough. They're up and under to compete in the middle there for Taselli. Comes back exactly down where it came from. And that's a really nice header there. And spring an attack down on the right-hand side. Perhaps it will now. Fisher. Fairly aimless pass. Letico there for United. Forward to Barane. Barane, that's a dangerous ball. They're on here. Hobart United. They got a man in the middle if they can get it to him. The cutback comes. It went straight to the keeper. He had the king, Francis Kenya, lurking in the box, but he just couldn't pick him out.
Yeah, Hobart United looking seriously dangerous on the break here. They've just got so much pace in every spot just about.
Yeah, one of the fastest starting 11s I've seen. The defenders are very quick and their wingers, absolute dynamite. And they might trouble Beachside on the big pitch here at KG5. I think it'll suit United's pace. More room to manoeuvre in. React Jew plays it and they look to build again. Jackson Kassif, he is flying. He can't get past the second marker, but he'd been fouled earlier, so a free kick. So we have another look at this chance. He peeled off nicely, Kenya. He bought some yardage in the area. Just couldn't quite pick him out. React you, probably a likely target here, and he Goes at that. Cox dealt with it, but Juice got to the pounce. He's chipping over the top. It's a wonderful goal. React 2 gets Hobart United off and racing in the 2019 Summer Cup final. 4 foot in the air, pounced on the scraps in the box, and a deft finish that was.
That's a classy finish, isn't it? As you say, he fought to win it in the air and he knew where the ball was, he knew where the goals were at all times. And when everyone else was losing it, he was cool enough to chip it in.
Number 4, Riak Ju. Well, I mentioned I was a little surprised he was playing so deep because he's a goal scorer, and he's just given us an example of that.
Yeah, it hasn't let it stop him, has he?
He certainly hasn't. That's a wonderful goal, and look, they've looked up for it early on, Hobart United. Just reacted quicker than any of the Beachside defenders, swooped on it, has that chip over the keeper.
That's as good a finish as you'll see in any league.
Yeah, can't finish better than that. And they deserve it, to be honest, United. They made a really bright start to this game. Great intensity out of the blocks.
Yeah, they're really pushing hard on every possession for Beachside, aren't they, and getting down the wings like this.
And this man, Barane, is absolutely tearing him apart with his pace. He rolls this one through for Solomon Legou. Solomon Legou, he's got 2 in the middle. Cox comes across and puts it behind, but another corner.
Number 4, Riak Hughes.
Big Riak.
Currently stands 1 goal to 0.
He's got his side ahead, and you'd imagine he'll be a target from this corner again. He's an absolute giant. And he moves like the wind at times too. So the zonal marking set up here by Beachside. This one swung in near post. Second header clears the area, but MK gets back on it. Only temporarily as Alvaro Gonzalez lifts it down there. Juma with a turn away from the Pelican was sharp. And through to the King, Francis Kenyi. Classy player, and he rolls that one through. And Jack and Gore tries to catch the keeper out. Well, perhaps inspired by Riak trying to bring out the chip, but that was slightly more ambitious.
Yeah, a little bit further out there. Like the effort though, you can't fault that.
Always enjoy an attempt like that for a goal of the season contender. But Beachside have just not been able to settle in this game. The tempo of United out of the blocks has been outstanding. I'm not sure they'll be able to maintain this pace for a full 90 minutes, mind you.
Yeah, they'd want to score a few goals early if this is the pace they're going to be trying to play it for the whole game.
And they might, as the Pelican rolls this one forward. Great sliding challenge again by Juma. Some concern for the Beachside bench, I'd imagine. Shay Hickey needs to get involved and just settle things down. He's an experienced customer. He's been in this situation before. You know, there's plenty of time left. Throw in, taken short and cleared away once more. And we're going to see the first use of the... I thought we were going to see the interchange, but it's just going to be a new ball. And Pearce and Cox have got their hands full at the back this evening as Beachside trying to build at the other end of the field. And that'll be a goal kick only. Dan punches that one long. Well up there by the Art Hotel, Henry Jones. Now the Pelican looking to get involved. Whitehall could be the key to getting Beachside back in this game as they seize on this one. Thumped in the air. Barane trying to bring it down. Dixon Kassif. Barane back to Legou. With that one forward, clever little flick on, dangerous. Kenyi gets on the end of it. Francis Kenyi on the turn, but not going to be able to beat Wilson with that. Let's see why a number of MPL Tasmania clubs have been trying hard for a number of years to get Francis Kenyi on their books.
He just seems to know where to be, doesn't he? Ball's finding him in dangerous spots.
Awareness and sharp on the ball. Beachside now through Fisher, looking to build. One back quickly again, and they might be on again here through Jack and Gore. Gore slides it through in the foot race. Well, he had a massive head start there, Gibson, and he needed every yard of it. Eventually sees it out of play. Now in, controlled, plenty of Beachside bodies back there. And Kenya keeps hold, but he's trying to win a corner here. That's exactly what he's doing. Just wins the throw in for now. Drawing a crowd. Shea Hickey tracking him closely. So it's Juma. Brings it in short. And Gore unable to produce any quality with that cross. Beachside could do with a little period of just getting their foot on the ball and settling things down. Trying to slow the tempo a little.
Yeah, they seem like they're trying to hold the ball as much as possible here. They're just not being given the chance to. They don't have a second to themselves with it.
This one's well flicked on there. Sally, but quickly one back again. They're winning it back very quickly, although they've coughed it up here. And now perhaps the chance with Whitehall in the middle. Deflects out wide, and he's got to give chase. Juma and him bump shoulders. It's Juma, and he wins it away. Shea Hickey read that nicely. There was a clever little header too, just pushing it down for Gonzalez. Gibson. One over the head of Gonzalez. And here's the goal scorer, Giu. Slightly heavy touch though. Fisher back to Cox. Gonzalez. And I think Joel David just got in the back a little there. Free kick and chance for Shea Hickey perhaps. Pick out a teammate.
This might be what Beachside need just to settle down a bit. Just a dead ball, try and pick out a play here and actually get some forward field position.
So the savvy vet, Shea Hickey, 2015 PS4 goal of the year winner over this one. Shifts in, it's a great ball too, and it took some defending. Joel David scurrying back, glances it behind, but it was a tough one to deal with. Just put in the area where the keeper's going to be uncertain whether to come or not.
Yeah, there's not many less fun situations to be in as a centre back than running towards your own goal with the ball floating over your own head. So he's done that pretty well, really, in the end.
Yeah, very much on goal territory when you're trying to get that glancing header so easily you get it wrong. So Whitehall to take this corner, goes in near post, and it's a great chance, headed wide. Might have been Cox bobbing up at the near stick. He just couldn't quite direct the effort. It's a lovely corner from Benny Whitehall. In the end, just unable to direct it on target. It's Damien Pearce in the near post, the other centre half. We'll let it go. Poor ball straight to Shea Hickey. Not a man you want to gift it to. He goes to Anderson. Anderson gets around Juma, then chips in. That's an acrobatic clearance from MK. Danger's not past though. This is building promisingly. Probably needed to release his man down the right there. Tosselli, and Juma is able to see it away. And the youngster, even better served, just rolling that one through, I think. And Henry Jones making a good run on the right-hand side of the box. And Joseph Juma takes it short. Hickey trying to win it back. Did pretty well. Pinballs off a couple. Whitehall steps in. Thumped away by MK. Oh, a lovely turn from Solomon Lagoo. Very easy on the eye. Good to play the 1-2, but it was cut out there by Pearce. as we wait for the ball, and now we can restart play. Juma flicked up in the air, headed away by Hickey. And here's Big Riak. Pulls it back for Juma. And Juma, it's a great cross. Ball of the ball almost sat there nicely for Kasif, but not quite. And in the end, okay, tried to hit a little backspin on that to keep it in play, but just a little too heavy. Great cross from Juma. All dealt with in the end by the Beachside defence. Cox plays that one to Fisher. Fisher goes looking for Whitehall. Away from him by Letico. Hickey. Back to Fisher. Able to make that one work. Hustling after it was Whitehall, but it'll be picked back up by Hobart United, and now they're on the break, threatening. It's a through ball. I think he may have been offside. They're going to get a second chance at it, though. Some indecision at the back, and the pace, causing problems there is Kenny, and he's drawn the first slice of cheese of the game. And boy, are the crowd loving it. Real dairy enthusiasts in here tonight. They've packed out the stand. Just brought down as he tried to sprint past the outside was the King. And a free kick in a dangerous position.
There's some real athletes looking to run into the area here, so plenty of threats there on goal.
So this one, he takes his shot and goes just wide. Ambitious effort trying to get it up and over the wall, and just wide of the mark. Another look at the replay there. Slice of cheese. I think it was David Cox, the man who got booked. As this one's flicked on. Well away by Jal David. Gets it back into the direction of Anderson. But Hobart United are going to win the ball back here again. Pressuring though from Gonzalez. David goes the direct avenue, making a spearing run through the middle as the King. The keeper's off his line, doesn't quite deal with it. Big chance for Riak Giu. Didn't quite get enough on it. Scrambling back in coverage to save the day there. With the pressure not abating. Juma just overhits this one. And Riak Giu not far away from a second there, Jacob.
Oh, that's the danger of playing such a fast lineup. What would normally just be a long ball over the top and a collect for the keeper, all of a sudden is a header from outside his box and about 5 players trying to run onto it. So there's nothing easy here for Beachside at the moment.
Definitely not. Did pretty well in the end. The keeper, he certainly outsized, and beautiful work tracking back there. Here's Anderson getting back to make that block. It was a very important one. It might have been Nick Gibson, actually. Looking close up. He's probably saved a goal there, the youngster. Beachside try and give themselves a corner at the other end and steady this one. They've been under siege in the first half. Well, probably less of a siege and more of a blitzkrieg. It's just been fast, wave after wave. Hitting them with pace. And it could all change in a moment, especially where this man is concerned, Benny Whitehall. Benny burn white hot this evening. He swings this one in near post. Jal David did well to track the run. He wants a goal kick, but they'll get another take at it.
They really seem to be looking for Damien Pearson in these corners here at the near post. He's been a dangerous set-piece threat for a long time now, and it doesn't look to be slowing down here.
Killing that one near post. Twice they've gone to Pearson. Not far away so far. Where will this one go from Whitehall? Pearce again makes that near post run. And again they go there, but the delivery poor on this occasion. Doesn't give him a chance. So 24 minutes gone in the first half. It's been a breathless start to this game. Furious tempo from United. We'll see how long they can sustain it. Beachside can hold on to just trailing 1-0. They might get their chance later in the half. Juma up the line. So Pierce there, committing the foul on Ajakangor. And Alistair Cook just going to give him a little talking to in the process, I think. Foul, nothing more in that.
Yeah, he definitely went in hard, but I think it might have looked a little bit worse than it was.
No, Joseph Juma. Just under hits that one. Wasn't his best delivery. It might work out all right, though. Lagu trying to make something happen from it. Nice work from Anderson. Slid through, and suddenly in some space here is Barane. Barane couldn't quite get through the green wall there at the back. And now they chip it forward for Whitehall. That was a crucial intervention from Letico. Committed. If he didn't win that, and Gonzalez was all on his lonesome on the right-hand side of the pitch. United now building back the other way. The speedster, Jackson Kasif, looking for that free kick. And Cook not buying it. Cox looks it forward. Flicked on by Gonzalez. Dealt with by David. Now Hickey. Just trying to steady things and did well there, Shea Hickey. Nicely done by Torselli. It wasn't particularly well dealt with at the back by Hobart United, but in the end, Justin Lesico sweeps up and recovers the situation. Torselli plays it back to Fisher. Sliding challenge there again, and the ball disappears out behind the creek there.
There's someone to wake up tomorrow and walk into the backyard with a nice freebie.
There are benefits to living this close to the ground. In a pre-season game where I think someone ended up with 4 brand new balls in the backyard. So Beachside on the attack here. Throws it short to the Art Hotel. The 1-2, there's no one in the middle, so he does pretty well to win a corner from that. The cross wouldn't really have presented much of a threat. Not for the defender was to know that as Gonzalez strides across to take this latest corner.
And we'll have to wait and see if Beachside will settle into the play a bit more, but so far these set pieces really look like the only threat they've had.
Starting to get a slight foothold in the game in the last few minutes, but you're right, it's mainly through set pieces, but they're just trying to string a few together. And it's just taking the tempo out of the game, which I think will be a relief to Beachside.
Yeah, they'd really want it to slow down a little bit.
I don't think they're going to win this game if it's fire wagon football end to end. And they exercise a little bit more control as Gonzalez prepares to swing this one in. It's a dangerous looking ball. It's headed just over the bar. Again, it was Damien Pearce. Not far away from levelling things.
He just keeps finding space in there, doesn't he?
For a big man, he's proving elusive, although that was just more strength jumping over the top of the defender. Now looking a little bit vulnerable, so Beachside posing a threat. Spin on the ball from Lagu, but ended up showing too much of it to the defence. Hickey, composed, looks it back to Cox. Broken up by MK. Hickey tries to win it back. Now Riak swings it across. Jackson Kasif swung it forward. The offside flag had been raised anyway. Here's Benny Whitehall. Whitehall swings it over the top. A foot race developing. That situation under control at the back. Joel David punches this one forward. Only Cox back there. A bit of an air swing. The limbs of Big Riak. Here's Juma. Nice little move to cut inside and then dinks one forward. Kenny looking to get involved. Then they see this one away. Whitehall the target, but away from him by Lesico. That's a fairly blatant little trip there. And clip from Fisher. Quite the tumble in the end. Certainly made the most of it, but very obvious foul right under the referee's nose. Here's Kasif again. Kasif, let's fly from distance, and gathered at the second attempt by Wilson. Throw in taken short. Anderson back to Gibson. Gibson again. Jumping up that was Toselli. The youth movement at Beachside getting involved. Now, one of the more senior hands. It's Whitehall. It's a good-looking cross in. It's a great touch. It's Gonzalez. It's 1-1. Alvaro Gonzalez pounces on the chance in the box. He makes no mistake, and Beachside are back on terms.
That's what they needed, isn't it? A couple of nice bounces out on the wing here that just happened to fall to feet, and then they just took the chance. That was clinical, really.
Great first touch from Gonzalez. There's the Pelican Whitehall in wide areas who just looked up, saw a little bit of space in the middle of the box and just dinked one in there. Two defenders couldn't deal with it. Great first touch from Gonzalez, took him into space and then puts it past the keeper. Beat stand. And they had got back, fought their way back into it the last few minutes, and they get their reward.
And it was a great finish in there, but you felt like it had to be Whitehall to make it happen, didn't you? He's working so hard up front there, and finally got a bit of an opening to make a goal happen.
There's been one problem with Hobart United over the years. They've had plenty of goals in them. They've given away some sloppy ones. Is Whitehall offside? Here he is. I think he'd been better off letting Gonzalez go for that one. I don't think Gonzo was off.
No, the linesman waited and waited and waited until Whitehall made the touch there. I think they might have been all right if he'd just let it go.
Just a little bit too hungry perhaps there, the Pelican, trying to gulp up a few too many fish.
No, you can't blame him after that last one.
Absolutely not. You want that man involved as this one chested down by Cox to Hickey. Beachside looking to build a little bit of momentum here. Sensing this is the moment to really press on. United might be vulnerable. Having worked so hard to take the lead and make all the running early. And now back on terms. They're a little bit vulnerable at the back. They play such an attacking game. Occasionally they can get caught out at the back. And as the tempo has waned a little and these set pieces have disrupted the rhythm, Beachside have got better and better. It helps when you've got a set piece. Take a light Shea Hickey again. That's over the head of David. And he was tunnelled under it in the end and gets the free kick. Dan wants to play it out to Lesico, who says no, I'll go here. Instead, a goal kick right into the head of Shea Hickey. It's ill-advised, so it'll deflect out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in for Beachside. So the throw comes in, way by Juma, and a wild hit, although it's taken a little touch, much to the chagrin of Hobart United, and they get themselves another corner Beachside.
And this is what Beachside would be really keen to do, is just lock the ball into their forward third. They really want to spend some time down here and not give Hobart any easy outlets like they were getting early on.
They've done a pretty good job with that, just starting to grind away. 1-1, and they're looking to make it 2-1. They've been a threat from corners. Pearce, a constant target. He gets his head on this one too. He's winning everything in the air, Damien Pearce.
He must have a magnet in there somewhere, I think. It just keeps on landing on his head.
Well, credit, I think, to the Beachside corner takers who are looking to their number one target and picking him out each time. Hobart United need to find a way to deal with him. It's just trying to bracket him with 2 men, but playing with fire at the moment is Solomon Legoo driving at the defence and then rolling it through for an offside. Flag to deny the King. He just strayed. He's made his run a little early there, I think. Yep. Just needed to hold that run a fraction. Good decision from the linesman. Oh, they've got themselves in trouble here. That was almost a big chance for Solomon Legoo looking to pounce. Fish up. He's cuffed it up to Riak. Barane. Towed forward and sprinting onto this one. Oh, is that a penalty? Referee's got a decision to make and he's pointed straight to the spots. And that's a yellow card. And he was attempting to play the ball, so under the old rules it might have been a straight red, but nowadays, as long as you're making an attempt to play the ball, just a yellow. But it was a crunching challenge, and it was the speed, I think, there of Legoo again. And he got crunched. Wilson into the book. And you have a look at this one. Over ball into offside, makes up terrific ground. Look at him bursting in there. Keeper, that's there first. A little bit on the ball first. He certainly then went straight through the man.
It's that pace that's what got Wilson in trouble, though. I think he thought he was going to cover that pretty easily because it didn't even look like running onto that ball. But yeah, I think that's the right call.
Unexpected. You're quite right. I don't think he saw him coming. Anyway, Riak Ju steps up, looking for his second and looking to restore the lead for Hobart United here. The big fella. He's got one. Stutters in the run-up. And denied by the keeper. The follow-up, he'll get a second chance. He makes no mistake at the second time of asking. And Hobart United reclaim the lead. And boy, is he pumped. Look at the celebrations over there. They are loving life, the Hobart United players. And they have found the camera and run straight to it.
Reckon they had that one planned out before the game, scoping out the photographers.
Important pre-game scout that, but just charged on over there, found the photographer. And Riak has his second. And Hobart United reclaim the lead. It's been a cracking first half, this, Jacob.
You can't pick it, can you? Just when you think the momentum's starting to go one way, it swings straight back the other.
So, how will Beachside respond? Back over to you. They just had their best spell of the game, but another little surge from Beachside is required if they're going to get back into this one, because Hobart United, through their powerful striker slash midfielder, Riak. Whitehall rolls this one back. And the sense that goal's just re-energised them again. The crowd's lifted. The intensity's lifted. Here's the goal scorer, Riak, rolls that one across to his speedster there in Kasif. Now the King skips past one, couldn't get past a second. The elevator doors closing shut on him there, just slamming in the nick of time. Another look at the penalty. Wilson making a great initial save. Unfortunately, just parried it straight back to Riak, who had time to take a touch and slide it under him. Got sympathy for the keeper there. Did everything he could. Juma comes across. That'll come down with snow on it. Eventually deflects straight off the hand of Nick Gibson. Certainly wasn't intending it, but ended up just smashing the ball with the back of his hand, I think. It looks like some action on the bench here. And that'll be Solomon Legoo being replaced by Joseph Moraru. And listen to the reception. They're up and about, the Hobart United crowd. They're sensing an opportunity. So Legoo replaced here. Morabu comes on. Interchange rolling tonight, so it's not the end of his night. Looks like Finn O'Neill is set to come off the Beachside. They're going to roll out and switch themselves. Juma defers for Barane. might fall for Kenny. Steered away by Fisher. MK chasing after that one. Beaten to the ball though. That was sharp from the Art Hotel. Just ran out of room. There's a Beachside prepare there. Switch on the near touchline. So this one lofted forward, surely offside against the Pelican. I'll tell you what, it's a classy finish from the lad. He's a mile offside, but he can't hit a ball better than that.
I reckon the linesman might have just wanted to test him out there. Really wanted to wait until seeing the finish before he put the flag up.
I just hope the ref gives him the benefit of the doubt here, purely for entertainment's sake, because I don't want to discourage that stylish chip from 35 yards.
No, he's got to get practice in for next time, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's good to see a sense of occasion from the ref, just getting him off there, pleading ignorance. But he was an absolute mile offside.
Oh yeah, it was never in doubt, but still, don't let that get in the way of it.
Certainly not. So we're going to see the switch on the Beachside. Oh dear, I'm not a fan of this move. Benny Whitehall heading off. Finn O'Neill coming on. And look, I think that applause is coming from the Hobart United fans, because they know that a danger man just left.
More thankful than ever now that the interchange is in effect.
Yeah, can't be robbing us of the Pelican. Whitehall, he got them back into the game with the assist on the equaliser initially. Beachside trying to buy that throw, but no such luck. Long throw down the line. All away by Cox. Gonzalez. Put it down to Letico. Gives it a react, something to chase, and uses every inch of his frame to try and keep it in. It's a wide pitch, but unfortunately it needed to be just another half-yard wider there for the big fella. Similar to his goal there, he's quite fond of that little jump up and flick it into my own path with the head move. Not too many can pull that one off, but as I said, he's a tall man as they build here. And sliding it through for the King again, but off his line again there. Ahead of him, crucially, this time was Wilson. Anderson. This one's coughed up, though. Hickey. Clever look-away pass. Tosselli works it forward. Now, it's Finn O'Neill, the substitute, looking to make an immediate impact. Rolls that one back. Tosselli turning into space and then unleashing a shot, takes a deflection and he'll get a corner. Another little turn from Tosselli to buy the room, but defence charging it down. So the corner. We'll see if Pearce can go on the end of it again. Well, he was making the right run, but not quite enough pepper on the corner. Doesn't beat the first man. Hickey, a little pitching wedge into the area. Juma with some defending to do here. Did pretty well initially, then just lost track of the ball, still playing with it. Eventually they'll clear the area and keep a hold of the ball in the process. That was well worked in the end. The look way back in, it's just King Kenny playing up for the crowd here.
Oh, definitely got some confidence in those foot skills, don't they? It's not too often you see little fancy turns right on the byline in defence, but love to see it.
To borrow from another coach from home, the Jason Akamana shocked hand over the face expression at what he'd just done. Is working this one forward now is O'Neill. Free kick one. Ajak and Gore brought down by Gibson. So we're creeping towards half-time here. Not long to go now. Hobart United holding sway 2-1 and looking to add to their lead with another set piece here. Joseph Juma. Stands over the ball. 2 minutes to go in the half. Juma chips this one in. Thinks so, plenty of bodies there and a back heel attempt in the end. Didn't quite make the contact he was after. It was Riak again. He's in everything. This one's well tracked down. Kassif and then Barane working it forward, but this one smashed well out of there. Gonzalez to judge it better, but Juma just now pointed at him in the end. Hickey, great direction on the header. And O'Neill tried to chest it to a teammate. Quite have the direction on that. And Kenya working back defensively. Gonzalez makes Hickey stretch back for that one. Punched out wide for Fisher. 2 minutes of additional time, signalled by the fourth official. MK. Oh, I think was anticipating a winger, although it won't matter. It's the free kick blown for Beachside. Some experienced heads with a conference here at the moment at midfield for Beachside. So Shea Hickey. Chips it in there. Torselli the target, but it's away by Kassif. Here's Fisher. Fisher turning inside. Dangerous stuff from Fisher, then slides it through. Play there. I think I confused him with Ethan Fisher earlier when I was talking about him earlier in the call. Apologies for that. But right back. Looking to get involved defensively there and make something happen. This one's down by Finn O'Neill. Damien Pearce as the other side of the pillar at the back and sends it across to Cox to Fisher. Beachside looking for one last attack. Tosselli made a really good run. They just couldn't quite pick it out. And Dan gathers. Joel David to Juma. Lovely little back heel. And here's Riak. Works it on out of there. Let it go. And now Kassif, he's got the wheels and they'll feed it straight back to him. Kassif, lovely combination play with Barane, but his touch just let him down at the crucial moment. It was a wonderful build-up. And that will be all she wrote for the first half, much to the frustration of Finn O'Neill, who thought he was about to storm in on goal.
Oh, let's be honest, in a game like this, there's never going to be a non-attacking player to blow the whistle on. It's just going end-to-end at the end there.
I'd still be absolutely filthy for us, Finn, though, as any striker worth his salt would be. But it brings to an end a frenetic first 45 minutes of football here. Wonderful entertainment. And Hobart United, I'd say, pretty good value for their lead for mine.
Oh, definitely. I think they've earned it. It's the thing that'll get the attention for them is the attacking play forward, but none of them are shying away from the defensive running either. And when you put those two together, it's just been non-stop from them at a really high pace, which Beachside have had to try and match.
Yeah, they've managed to wrestle back control for maybe a 10-minute spell or so there in the middle of the half. They got their goal. They really slowed the tempo of the game, but that just seemed to bring Hobart United back to life. They got that second, and then suddenly it was fire wagon football once again. We'll have a look at the goal highlights. Riak Ju competing in the air and then just reacting. The Beachside defence not reacting in time, and how do you like that for a finish? It oozes class. That was 1-0. The first of the exuberant celebrations. That is how you celebrate a goal. I want to see more of that from our local teams this year.
I was going to say, there's not enough of that in the game, is there?
There isn't. Real lack of enthusiasm at times. That is the standard right there. A bit more of that. Whitehall then with a good centering ball. Great first touch from Gonzalez. Just took it into the space, got it onto his right foot and then steered it home. And Beachside were back on terms. And just for a few minutes, they fought their way back on top. They might be the team to be able to push on and maybe go ahead, but it wasn't too long before Hobart United were on the offensive and the pace causing problems again. The keeper just sliding in here and felling the Solomon Lagoo, which presented Big Riak with the chance from the penalty spot. And despite his initial effort being saved here by Robert Wilson, really well, he parried it straight back centrally though, and allowed the big fella all the time in the world to make it 2-1. That is the story of the first 45 here at KG5. It's been breathless football at times. Let's hope there's more to come. We'll be back in around about 10 minutes' time. A bit of a surprise and slightly unhits the ball. It's uncharacteristic start here from Hickey and then slides in with a late challenge. So very scratchy for this early stage of the shot. He's every chance. Okay, opts to chip instead, and the Beachside defence get across tonight. And he's very capable in a number of different roles. The amount of attacking options they have in this team, I think by necessity he's been reinvented as a defender. Whitehall, the Pelican. It's a pretty good looking free kick. It's caused some problems for the keeper, and in the end Dan does just enough to put it behind. Before he's a real behemoth of a man, and he gets a touch on it here, but it's a poor one straight to Benny Whitehall looking to cut inside, and Lessico. So they take the corner short. Benny Whitehall driving across into the box, and it's gone to the back post, cleared off the line in the end. Dangerous moment. Going forwards through the king, Francis Kenya. He rolls it down the line for Barane. Barane powering on into the box. He's got two to pick out in the middle. He drives inside. It's a good-looking ball. The tangle of feet in the box, and Beachside see it back. Jumping on that was Jackson Kassif, who's dealt with. That's a little bit of trouble here is Gibson. He's hoping it'll roll out, but it hasn't got the momentum on it. In the end, he buys the free kick just a little overset. Looking to get around Anderson. Challenge there though. This ball they're on here, Hobart United. They got a man in the middle if they can get it to him. The cutback comes and straight to the keeper. Yeah, the king. Dew, probably a likely target here, and he goes at that. Cox dealt with it, but Deuce got to the pouncy, chipping over the top. It's a wonderful goal. Ria Dew gets Hobart United off and racing in the 2019 Summer Cup final. Kenny, classy player, and he rolls that one through. Jack and Gore tries to catch the keeper out well. Perhaps inspired by Riak, trying to bring it. Look that one forward. Clever little flick on Dangerous. Kenya gets on the end of it. Francis Kenya on the turn, but not going to be able to beat Wilson. Brings it in short. And Gore unable to produce any quality with that cross. Shay Hickey, 2015 PS4 goal of the year winner over this one. Shifts in, it's a great ball too, and it took some defending. Joel David scurrying back. So Whitehall to take this corner, goes in near post, and it's a great chance, headed wide. Not a man you want to gift it to. He goes to Anderson. Anderson gets around Juma, then chips in. That's an acrobatic clearance from MK. Juma. And Juma, it's a great cross. Ball of the ball almost sat there nicely for Kassif, but he may have been offside. They're going to get a second chance at it though. Some indecision at the back, and the pace causing problems there is Kenya, and he's drawn David. There's the direct avenue, making a spearing run through the middle as the king. The keeper's off his line, doesn't quite deal with a big chance for Riak. Didn't quite get enough on it. Scrambling back in coverage. And he burnt white hot this evening. He swings this one in near post. Gel David did well to track the run. Later in the half. Juma up the line. So Pierce there. As Gonzalez prepares to swing this one in. It's a dangerous looking ball. It's headed just over the bar. Again, it was Damien Pierce. Away, Whitehall the target, but away from him by Lessico. That's a fairly blatant little trip there. And clip foul right under the referee's nose. Here's Kasif again. Kasif, let's fly from distance, and gathered at the second attempt by Wilson. The youth movement at Beachside getting involved. Now, one of the more senior hands. It's Whitehall. It's a good-looking cross, and it's a great touch. It's Gonzalez. It's 1-1. Alvaro Gonzalez pounces on the chance in the box. He makes no mistake, and Beachside are back on terms.
That's what they needed, isn't it? A couple of nice bounces out on the wing here that just happened to fall to feet, and then
take a light Shea Hickey again. That's over the head of David, and he was tunnelled under it in the end and gets the free kick. 1-1, and they're looking to make it 2-1. They've been a threat from corners. Pearce, a constant target. He gets his head on this one too. He's winning everything in the air, Damien Pearce. Solomon Lagoo driving at the defence, then rolling it through for an offside. Flag to deny the king. Oh, they've got themselves in trouble here. That was almost a big chance for Solomon Lagoo looking to pounce. Barane towed forward and sprinting onto this one. Oh, is that a penalty? Referee's got a decision to make, and he's pointed straight to the spots. And it's a yellow card. And he was United here. The big fella, he's got one. Stutters in the run-up. And denied by the keeper. The follow-up, he'll get a second chance. He makes no mistake at the second time of asking. And Hobart United reclaim the lead. And boy, is he pumped. Look at the celebrations over there. They are loving life, the Hobart United players. And they have found the camera and run straight to it.
reckon they had that one.
So this one lofted forward, surely offside against the Pelican. I'll tell you what, it's a classy finish from the lad. I said he's a tall man as they build here. And sliding it through for the king again, but off his line again there, ahead of him crucially. This was that one back. Tosselli turning into space and then unleashing a shot, takes a deflection and he'll get a corner. They'll clear the area and keep a hold of the ball in the process. That was well worked in the end. They'll look way back here. He's just what he just done. He's working this one forward now. Is O'Neill. Free kick one. Here's Fisher. Fisher turning inside. Dangerous stuff from Fisher, then slides it through. Play there. I think I confused him with Ethan, sends it across to Cox to Fisher. Beachside looking for one last attack. Tosselli made a really good run. They just couldn't quite pick it out. Kasif, he's got the wheels and they'll feed it straight back to him. Kasif, lovely combination play with Barane, but his touch just let him down at the crucial moment.
And can we have all spectators off the ground, please, as we welcome Beachside and Hobart United back onto the ground. Spectators off the pitch, please.
Oh, gee. Get off, Anderson!
Can we please have everyone off the pitch, please, as we welcome the teams back onto the field. Spectators off the pitch, please.
Welcome back for the second 45 minutes here at KG5. Both teams have had the halftime break to just perhaps calm things down, reassess the strategies. Hobart United, can they keep going? Can they maintain this furious tempo they've applied in the first half? And Beachside hang with them. It's going to be a riveting second 45 if it's anywhere near the entertainment we got in the first 45, Jacob.
Yeah, it's hard to know if they can keep that pace up, but I certainly won't be complaining if they can. I think it's all about whether Hobart United can run this game out the way they've played there, and if they can do that, they're going to be hard to beat here.
And certainly it will be. It's gripping football, that first 45, a furious pace, and a brace from Riak has got United on top here. And so Gonzalez pulling one back and getting Beachside back on terms, but a penalty converted has got United back in the ascendancy, and we resume the action here in the 2019 Summer Cup finalists. Letico and this man, Jackson Kasif, wheels Katif. He has been burning down the flank all evening, and United looking to hit them early on. It's a chance perhaps. Scything inside, plenty of bodies back. He skips past them all, but there was one body back for Beachside, and that was Nick Gibson, who was there to shut it down as Joseph Morabu just cutting a sway through them here. Just Sol Pierce down the river as the corner is swung in, half cleared, and then hit on the volley by Riak. Shot was blocked though. Lagu, Gore in there trying to chase down Torselli, who works it out. There's the substitute, O'Neill. O'Neill looking to use his fresh legs up against the experienced Juma. He'll just see this one out, I think. Has he? No, he's made a bit of a mess of it in the end. And Beachside win the corner.
Well, certainly not easing back into the game, are we? Straight back into it there.
Cracking face, and to say Juma wasn't overly thrilled with that decision there. Disbelieving. So, man, wanting it, and they have been a threat from corners throughout this game. This one bent right into the mixer. It's a great header, and they're back on terms. That's the substitute O'Neill, who's nodded home from close range, and Beachside struck from the set piece. A wonderful delivery it was, and they level the scores at 2.
Yeah, delivery's been really good all night, and it sort of felt like a matter of time before someone got onto the end of it, so really nice finish in there as well.
O'Neill nodding that one home. Probably one the keeper needs to be coming out and dealing with, I think, but who else but the Pelican to supply it. Back on. And he's got a big tall frame, doesn't he? He leant home. It's a good header. And they have looked susceptible from the set pieces, United, in the air tonight. Yeah,
it's the one place they've looked a bit shaky. Everywhere else they can cover it with a bit of pace on the ground, but there's not much that can do for you from a corner.
So 2 assists now for Benny Whitehall. We said he'd make things happen. Whitehall doing just that. And now, well, both teams with plenty to play for. 2-2. And the goal fest potentially continuing. This one will deflect into the box, steered away in the Whitehall direction. Lovely turn there. Lunging challenge was a good one though. Won the ball, then won the ball again. It's a great piece of work there from the skipper. Beachside win the ball back though. Here's MK. Whitehall looking to pounce, and he gets it, and he rolled it through. We've got a 2-on-1 here. Great chance for Gonzalez. He's steaming in on goal. He's got O'Neill unmarked if he can work it to him. Eventually he does, and Beachside have struck twice in a minute and reclaimed the lead. Well, hasn't this game just done an enormous 180? Hobart United stunned. It's Beachside in the lead.
I'm going to stop trying to predict what's going to happen here because it just keeps on going back and forth.
And O'Neill has got 2, and they were caught out at the back here. Juma came flying back to cover that, and that left O'Neill. It's unfortunate for Letico. Just got stuck between his feet. A stroke of fortune for Finn O'Neill. He won't care. He's come on and scored 2 goals in a minute. And the manager will be enjoying his work there too, I'd have thought.
He'll be taking 100% of the credit for that, I think.
So, now, Hobart United having to chase the game. Didn't expect to say that. The 49th minute. They came out of the block sharp. And they're looking to hit them here. Again, they'll spread it wide. And overlapping Jonathan Jumer. He's got 5 to pick out in the middle. One of them was the king. Couldn't get him, but they're not averse to flooding numbers for it, are they?
No, we've seen Hobart United already on level terms. What will they do when they're trying to come back?
This one's crossed. Riak will lean back. Couldn't quite get it. And eventually cleared. Good intent from Hobart United here. Trying to get back Gonzalez with a crafty little turn. And then he's brought down, and that must be a booking, surely. He's trying to just make himself disappear here. There's Jackson Kassif, but little clip. Maybe the ref said it was unintentional, but I thought that was a professional foul if ever I saw one.
Yeah, definitely looked that way from here.
Kassif, he did well to just get out of dodge. Get out of the way.
He was gone pretty much straight away, wasn't he? Not hanging around to see what happened.
Utilising that great pace of his, and Shea Hickey, who immediately was just pulling out his own slice of cheese from a hypothetical pocket. Not too pleased there wasn't one there, but play continues. Beachside with the lead in this game. Finn O'Neill has come on, scored twice. Have United got the fight to get back into this one? Keeper being pressured here, but just coolly skips into space before he can be closed down. Kenny does well to press there, and they might win it back through Juma. Kassif just flicks it on intelligently, and he'll back his pace again. Oh, it's a crunching challenge. Won the ball commandingly. Did big David Cox, and then he springs it over the top for an on-rushing Pelican. Whitehall's got O'Neill in the middle. Finn O'Neill couldn't quite get there. Great tracking back. It was Juma again. Suddenly there is plenty of room to operate in for Beachsiders. Trying to get on the end of this one is Ngor. Well, I think we've got more goals to come here.
Yeah, you get that feeling, don't you? Don't think they're done scoring just yet.
They are committing bodies forward, which is leaving holes at the back for Beachside to run to. That was well out of play. It's like Gonzalez's best efforts. But, really, the first 15 minutes has been as entertaining a game as I've seen this season. Let's hope it continues. It's been wonderful stuff as Ajak and Gore surely gets a free kick there. Well, the players had stopped, I think, anticipating a free kick, and none was forthcoming.
That's always a good sign of a foul, isn't it? When everyone on the pitch just stops dead.
Just, maybe he dragged the Beachside player back. I think it was probably some initial fouling from the Beachside guy, but I think the action that caused him to fall was possibly fair enough. But you're right, when they stop, it's usually a giveaway. As the long throw into the box, just over the head of Marabu. It might fall for MK, who tries to lash home a volley and couldn't quite make the contact he was after. Sharp chance, that one. Younger Kamba is discussion going on here at the moment between Ngor, our referee, Al Cook, and Ash Fisher.
Yeah, it might only be the Summer Cup, but there definitely seems to be a bit of feeling in this one now.
As I said earlier, the group stages, yeah, look, it's pre-season. It's only pre-season. When you start winning the games, you get to the finals, suddenly it's a trophy.
Yeah, as soon as there's a trophy on the line, it all changes.
And I think you're right. Both teams going hammer and tongs for the victory this evening. They want to start it off on a promising foot. Nice with the silverware. Cash a nice little check. I think a good night's work for either of these teams to walk away the winner. Hobart United, it's every bit the team that they're going to be able to go on and win this in the first half, but things have changed. It's now Beachside. Another 3-2 lead as some more action on the subs bench here. So Hobart United want to make another switch. Of course, we are rolling the interchange format throughout the Summer Cup. If you're wondering why Benny Whitehall was able to supply that corner, having been subbed off in the 35th minute. Just gave him a little rest and he's come back on all the better for it. Still not happy he was removed for that 10 minutes, but look, the coach's moves have definitely worked. O'Neill's come on and scored 2. So I'm happy to eat crow on that one.
Might have to start them both next time.
Yeah, maybe. Here is that man, Finn O'Neill. What an impact he's made, the youngster, and he's won a free kick there. He's just getting in the back of him was Juma. And Beachside with a free kick in a promising position, and this is where they have asked questions this evening. The set pieces.
And you look in that box with O'Neill on now, there's some really good targets for him to look for there, and the delivery's been just about perfect every time.
Whitehall and Hickey have been great, as it looks like Solomon Lagoo is going to come back on for Ajak and Gore. So like for like in attack there. There's the crowd trying to lift Solomon Lagoo here. Seems a popular chap with the supporters.
Yeah, a bit of a supporter section here, isn't it?
Fan favourite, Solomon Lagoo striding on.
I'll have to say, they seem to be getting behind just about all their players, really.
It's a fair shout. And then we're getting there behind their defence here. They've looked vulnerable from the set pieces. Can the Pelican unlock him again? It's a ball in the Pearce direction. It wasn't convincingly dealt with by Dan. Well, he puts it behind for a corner.
Definitely not the most comfortable save there, but got the job done eventually.
Well, let it bounce into him in the end, but another corner. Another chance for Whitehall to conjure something. And perhaps pick out the head of Damien Pearce, who has just about been the target every single time. He's making a near post run, so guess where the corner goes and guess who wins the header. Doesn't do anything with it though.
Normally I'd say they should probably change up the game plan from the corners, but if it keeps getting to him, why not?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But, look, it's a bit like Arjen Robben. You know he's going to cut inside onto the left foot. Doesn't mean you can stop it.
Nah, nothing you can do about it still.
And they would be acutely aware they're going to try and hit the head of Damien Pearce in this game. But they've been unable to prevent him from winning the majority of those headers. Flicked on there by Murabu. Oh, tough coming together there, and that'll be a slice of cheese. That was a fierce tackle. And I think it's going to be Riak going into the book for that one, I think. And it was a raised boot.
He seems to have come off worse for wear as well, so he's had a really bad time there.
Yeah, he's copped a knockout and he's picked up a slice of cheese there, big Riak. We'll have another look at the replay. This one, it was a ugly challenge in the end. Riak miscontrolling initially and then just comes down right on the shin. Yikes. That's a painful one. Studs into the shin.
Yeah, it's not fun for anyone, that one.
He's just miscontrolled the ball and then tried to bring it back down, and it was a nasty one in the end. And gets a slice of cheese for it. Not a good one, as this one's whacked forward by Cox. Finn O'Neill. Murabu away, but the shot from distance shouldn't pose a threat to Dan, and does not. Oh, they've coughed it up in the back. They've invited all sorts of danger here, Finn O'Neill, and they've extricated themselves from it, but jeez. Oh, they've coughed it up again. This is very dicey at the back from Hobart United. And Beachside really looking to turn the screws here.
Well, and as the cross is looking to come in, we've got someone down with cramp as well at the top of the box. It's all happening.
Oh, look at this one. He's just lost his footing at the just inopportune moments. And tripped up O'Neill.
I was going to say, can you make an argument for a foul there? He definitely didn't mean to do it, but he wasn't facing the right direction, but he took him down. It's
a foul in my book. He would have gotten away with one there, I think. Somebody was inadvertent. The referee lets it go.
He's been fairly generous on those ones tonight, hasn't he?
I'm going to see some more switches, but United crowd trying to lift here.
Even when the game stopped, they're giving us plenty of entertainment, aren't they, Hobart?
A few players will take advantage of this stoppage to have a few refreshments, as Beachside are going to bring on Nicholas McDonald. And he's going to come on for Alvaro Gonzalez, which perhaps not surprising. given he's currently hobbling off the pitch. So on comes McDonald. I have no idea what's going on here in the crowd, but they're getting awfully excited. Anyway, play restarts. Flicked on. Taken forward by Pearce. United look to win the ball back. Here we go, Riak. A free kick blown. Just getting a little bit frustrated out there at the moment, this Hobart United side. We've got to watch they don't boil over here. Need to maintain control. This is just what Beachside want. Constant fouls, disruption to the game, slowing it down.
Yep, they spent the whole first half trying to slow it down, and it's really on their terms at the moment.
And they really have got it back on their terms. The tempo's gone. It's a very stop-start. That'll suit them. And another set piece. O'Neill was there again. Couldn't quite find him on this occasion. Here's Juma. Juma down the line for Lagu. Taken away from him by the irrepressible veteran Shay Hickey. He's just got one up there, but I think he was fouled. And again, it's just another little unnecessary. These chippy fouls. And they're just really killing any momentum. They want this to return to end-to-end flowing football. Suiting Beachside at the moment. As Benny Whitehall puts a great cross in for McDonald's, who wasn't far away from volleying home the fourth. Whitehall, he's already set up a couple. He nearly had another assist here. Great cross.
Great ball in, and someone would almost wrap his foot around that enough there.
Wasn't far away. Beachside, this has been their best spell of the game here. They've really settled things down after half-time. Got the 2 goals, and Hobart United will look for their speeds to spark them again. He's given a good chase here, Kasif, but there's always a tough one to win. McDonald wants this one on his head. He heads that way. Good body work from Nick McDonald. Blocked off in the end there. Really no rush to take a throw-ins. Game awareness on Beachside. The throw-in quite controlled by Toselli. Away and now perhaps a chance for United to build something here through Marabu. Worked it nicely with Riak. Marabu wants the free kick and will get it. Tick past the hour mark here. 3-2 in the 2019 Summer Cup final. Rather needlessly late there, Toselli. That's some good gamesmanship from Shay Hickey here. If that was back there, I'm not moving, he can move. And who's going to argue with him? Well, this is a nice little piece of play. Oh, good strong defence from Cox. That was vital. Really important intervention, that one. Barane driving the play again. Robert Wilson. Long in the Whitehall direction. Just gives a little shove on MK afterwards for his troubles. MK back to Barane. Oh, his touch took him back, but covers it all right now in the middle to Riak Ju. He's been the game breaker for his side tonight. What can he do here? Builds it for clever back heel. Good build-up play here and slides it through. Great chance for Lagu. And is he brought down? What's the referee say? He says no dice. And fair to say the crowd don't agree with that assessment, Jacob.
Oh, jeez, Wilson would be relieved there. That's a heart-and-mouth moment after the penalty in the first half.
Nice little bit of play here. What a great little ball. He's given away one already. And yeah, he clearly gets the hand to it first.
Yeah.
That's the right decision.
Yeah, the loose touch there was already taking it away from goal, and he definitely got to the ball first.
He got that one right. Good piece of keeping in the end from Wilson. Just got the glove in. United on the attack here, trying to get this one back on terms. And they conjure something. Swings it in near post. Ooh, dangerous run there. It was the number 10, Kenny, who's looming large again. Unable to get that. So, keeper plays it out from the back. On the line, come Beachside. Locked off there by Juma. Looking to get to the full of it was Marabu. Hobart United just starting to surge a little. Barane had his pocket pick though. Toselli cut out by Joel David. David tries to skip round Shea Hickey and he does so successfully. Now out to Jackson Kasif. A couple of step overs and well done. Didn't bite, did Fisher. He tried to put the trick on him. He wasn't having it. Whitehall does well there. A strong performance in attack tonight from the Pelican. As Hobart United will go back to the bench and Ajak and Gore is going to come on. Joseph Marabu will be replaced. And lively this evening in Gore. Let's see if the little spell has just freshened him up a little. With plenty of time, and the way this game has been played, you know there's going to be more chances. Kasif launches the throw, but it was taken down by Pearce. And again, it'll just take a little while to figure out what they want to do from the throw. Whitehall the target over his head. McDonald in there too, and just a suggestion of an elbow being used. There is a shoving match threatening to break out. Nicholas McDonald. Cooler heads prevail. Well, I say that, but it is Benny Whitehall getting involved, so it's very loose use of the terminology. Cooler heads, I suspect. But eventually play continues.
As long as there's no more than that, don't mind saying it.
Barane stands up a dangerous ball, well away by Gibson. And then Finn O'Neill just hacks it out of there. But Hobart United starting to cause a few problems again. Barane not quite able to pick out his man. Great defensive header from Nick Gibson. He'll try and put the cross in here. He's got the King Kenya in the middle. But he was always off balance with that shot and he skies it over the bar.
It was almost like he didn't expect that ball to get to him, and once it did, he just sort of had to snatch at the shot. But some more good build-up there from Hobart.
They're showing some positive signs. They've played in these kind of 15-minute surges tonight, and I think we're in the midst of one right now.
Yeah, the momentum just keeps on going back and forth, and they've really got it at the moment, but they've got to take advantage with a goal.
Need to get this one level again. Kenny beaten in the air there by Cox. McDonald with a horribly missed time leap at the ball. MK will come away with it. Spreads it out to Kasif. I love the little flicks, although that one hasn't ended too well for them. Toselli picks it up. You know, O'Neill stretching to get there, and then Juma volleys it. Turns into a pretty good pass too. Barane, tidy little flick into his own path. Now Kasif comes in support. Surely will be the one who'll look to feed here. They work it inside instead. Barane charging at the fence, trying to roll it through for Lagoo. Oh, they've made a hash of that Beachside. And then nicely done by Anderson, as that one's blasted well wide. And the game opening up once more. Halfway through the second half here at KG5, Beachside. They have recovered from a 2-1 half-time deficit to lead this game 3-2. It's been an action-packed affair. And surely a game like this is going to have a good ending to it. And compelling viewing so far this evening. Hickey the target here. Riak leapt to make contact with the ball. Worked forward in the direction of Lagoo. Well, nice work there from Ngor. Ngor trying to find Kenyi. Here's the king. It's Francis Kenyi wide of the post. And starting to find some spaces at the back again, Hobart United.
Yeah, it's that forward press that was making so many chances in the first half. Beachside not finding an easy path out of defence, and there's plenty of shots coming, just none on target yet.
So Wilson. Chips into the middle. Riak will be favoured here against Hickey, and he won it decisively to Legoo. He ran into a wall that was Cox. Riak again, the rangy figure. Using those long levers to try and skip around a couple, but Fisher able to put it into touch. Kasif with a good throw and a flick on it. Riak, centering ball, huge shots! Oh, I can't believe it! He squandered an absolute sitter. Oh, dearie me. Might they be made to rue that moment? Barane unmarked in the middle. Riak put it on a platter for him. And I can't believe he skied that, Jacob.
Not much more you can say about that, is there? That should be 3-0.
Wowee. Very talented player, Barane. He normally finished them in his sleep. And that, well, will that be a moment they look back on? Perhaps not if they can make something happen here. And Wilson, who will be a very relieved man in net, seeing that one sail over. He was no chance. When you leave a strike unmarked 6 yards out, as Joel David just climbs all over the Pelican there. And Whitehall gets the free kick. And stays down. Sensing the situation, I think. He was the step ladder there. It was Joel David.
Yeah, that foul's exactly what Beachside needed. Just after another crazy couple of minutes, let's just really take the sting out of it and see if we can get this back under control.
So Benny Whitehall has been the creator-in-chief for his side this evening. A fine performance. Main reason his side are up. No one's dealt with. Now here's Francis Kenny. Swings it forward and a foot race will develop here. And look at the speed. Charging after that one was Legoo. But brilliantly defended once more there. Riak. Price for handball, not heeded. Kasif tried to skip past and in the end a throw in. You can see what it means to everyone here, the fans, the benches. It's a passionate encounter, this one. Great piece of defending that from Ash Fisher. Take the throw in here and really give Benny Whitehall much of a chance, but nodded into touch by Ngor. McDonald the target. They're working their way up the line. Hickey now takes it quickly. Alert to the danger was MK.
Yeah, they're pretty happy to just keep hugging the touchline here, aren't they? Just keep on taking these repeat throws and wait until something happens.
It's just the experience of the Beachside team. Game situational awareness. Why do they go here? For one of the younger brigade in Gibson. Joel David heads it back down. United will now look to break out. Here's Barane. Near tone by setting up a goal. Not quite on this occasion. Cox away. Kasif lets it run. Riak deceiving Whitehall on that occasion. David now. Juma's made a surging run forward, but play's going to be stopped because well behind the play here. A Beachside player has just hit the deck with a little bit of cramp, I think. It must surely be a head knock though if we've stopped play for it. I'm not really sure what's...
hard to know what's happened here.
I'm entirely sure what's happened. The trainer's going to come on, but...
It's cause of time wasting from the crowd, but you'd be doing well to waste 17 minutes with this one.
Well, he's taking his shin pads off, which would suggest he's got a rather serious problem here. So it's Finn O'Neill, I think. Man who's come on, scored twice, and this is either a fantastic acting display or he's in some serious distress. And benefit of the doubt, you got to say this is looking great for the youngster right now.
No, which is a real shame. He's been great since he came on. Made plenty of chances for Beachside and obviously finished off a couple.
So it's Liam Tosselli. In fact, he's come down. And he's struggling to walk off.
On the replay, didn't look to be much there, but quite often they're the ones that you worry about the most in an injury.
Yeah, well, he can't put any weight on his foot. He's hobbling off, and I think that's why he's hit the deck, because he went to plant his weight on as a standing foot, and he went, oh, can't be doing that.
Yeah.
So hopefully Liam Tosselli, this is nothing too long term, but I think that'll be the end of his involvement this evening. And we hope that it isn't anything that's going to rule him out of round one type action. So in the meantime, Matthew Goldsmith is going to sneak on for his first involvement of the evening. Tosselli continues to get treatment on the far side. So a breather, and play now will resume. Hobart United got a final push in them here to get back level. Joel David, punched it straight into MK. Here's O'Neill, just worked off it by pure strength of Joel David. Kasif still soldiering on down the left, and that's a dangerous looking ball, but the keeper will get there first. Wilson. Yeah, the left back Kasif has just gone charging down that flank time after time, and I'm not really sure why Lessigo felt the need to play at that one. His teammates seemed to have it under control.
No, just a lack of communication there, wasn't it?
All right, final 15 minutes. Fisher with the throw. He's going to weave a path through three white shirts. And a free kick is given. Another chance for Whitehall to send a cross into the box. Now Whitehall looking a little bit proppy. I think it'll be anything that will prevent him taking this one, though.
No, might keep him from taking it for a bit longer and run a bit more off the clock, but I think he'll be right to put it in there in the end.
His delivery has been first rate this evening, Benny Whitehall. Well, that's another great ball headed over the top. Big chance there. It's the substitute Goldsmith. Really the chance to make an immediate impact, or even it was McDonald. I apologise. Free header. Probably needs to be doing a little bit better with that one. It was behind him, just ran past it, I think, in the end.
Couldn't quite get the head under it, could he? But another great delivery in.
They've struggled to deal with those free kicks and corners all evening, Hobart United. A bit of an Achilles heel for them. Here's Kasif. Tracking back is Whitehall. We'll see this one out. He puts it out for a throw in. Still working hard. Seeing the standards for his side. Long throw. Cox got his head to it. Where's this going to fall? Away. And then convincingly cleared. Kasif tries a little spin. Whitehall wasn't going to be deceived by that. And Gore. Well, he's just blatantly dragged down Goldsmith there. Just grabbed his arm as if he wanted to waltz off with him.
Yeah, you wonder if Hobart is starting to get a little bit on edge here, a little bit frustrated. They know they need to make something, and it's just not quite happening at the moment.
Now playing into the opposition's hands by committing those sorts of fouls too. But, I think the less said about that, the better. So, Kasif launches the throw. Couldn't be brought down by Legou. He'd get a second chance at it though. Deflects into the path of Pearce, who sees it away. Juma looking for Riak Ju. Just bounced off his opposite number and turns and goes. Oh, just worked. Bodied him under that one well. Did Finn O'Neill, geez, he's been impressive, this young man.
He's been fantastic, hasn't he?
He really added something since coming on. He puts that one out of play for another throw in.
Yeah, working hard both ways down the pitch, and he's been a really good target for him up front too.
He has added plenty. United probing here. Time starting to become a factor. Thrown into the box here. Clever little flick. Hickey steers it away. Again, O'Neill with the header. Joel David gets past one and ran into some trouble. O'Neill, he's got the Pelican in space if he can pick him out. Couldn't quite though. Away by Letico. To Kasif. No one presenting for him, so he opts to roll it short in there. Fulton Gore trod on the ball, left it behind. Joel David deals with that. Letico. Back to Riak. Driving it for Legou. First time flick. Barane. Solomon Legou. This is promising. Kasif was in there, but again, the Beachside defence holding firm. They've really tightened up as this game's worn on.
Yeah, they've been really solid here, especially late. Just nothing easy for the Hobart forwards.
Fisher, impressive. Big part of that, but another corner opportunity. It's going to be Kasif to deliver. Just about everybody forward. One player each on halfway. Everyone else in and around the penalty box. This one's swung to the back post. Keeper should deal with it. He punches it away. Oh, it took a dangerous little backspin, which almost got the better of Fisher. Kasif is storming back to make the defensive run. In the end, his teammates got the wave him there, Juma, but he's got enough pace. And MK, an experienced head. They work their way through it eventually, and MK just calls to settle it down. Dand into the middle. Forward they go again, but didn't give his attacker a chance there. Didn't provide him with an opportunity. Solomon Legou. Shea Hickey volleys it away. Couldn't keep it in though. Kasif, long throw in, off the head of Fisher. Shea Hickey. Rane flicks it forward. Kenyi couldn't bring it under his spell, well away by Cox. Juma turns and goes. It's Juma storming force for Hobart United. They're lining up in the middle if he can work it in there, but again, Beachside had plenty of bodies back and they conspire to see it away. Throw into the area. Riak Ju turning, cutting it back. And away by Goldsmith. Smash forward for Whitehall to chase. Joel David should be able to get there first though. And David works it back for Lesico. Juma, sorry, MK. Goes the director out. Solomon Legou over his head though, straight onto the noggin of Cox. Out of play. Beachside happy to sit back and absorb the pressure now. It's a matter of holding on for 10 more minutes or so. You can imagine there'll be plenty of injury time. Kasif. Back for MK. Into the middle for Juma. Juma, again, quite often they've been able to skip round one, but it's been that secondary defender who's just come in to cover and win it. And they've won a free kick there too.
That's what's really changed for Beachside, having this one goal lead. As you say, Hobart United, they're beating one, they're beating two, but eventually they're just running into a numbers advantage for Beachside because they've got so many behind the ball and they're so well drilled and set up there.
An impressive display in defence as Beachside are going to go to their interchange once again. Let's see who they've got coming on. Looks like we've got Nicholas Westenberg coming on, and Finn O'Neill will come off and gets a very warm reception from the Beachside fans, as well he should. He's looming as the cup final winner at the moment. He scored 2 in this half. and has swung a 2-1 deficit into a 3-2 lead. Meanwhile, Hobart United are going to make another switch themselves. Francis Kenyi is going to be subbed off, and they're going to bring Joseph Marabu back on.
It's all about fresh legs here, isn't it? Just trying to find that last little push, last little run to get in behind the defence.
So, 6 minutes left in regulation. Imagine a few minutes of added time as well. And Brett Pullen's men see this one out. Long ball in the direction of Whitehall. One back by United. Touch from Kasif. And he's been the outlet for everything in this half. MK, Juma's making a bursting run down the right. That's exactly where they head. And he couldn't quite bring it under his spell. Now they got the petrol tickets left. One last push here. It'll be a game worthy of added time should we get to that mark. If Hobart United can find a third goal, but Beachside very nicely in the second stanza. Headed forward. Attacking it was Lagoo. Again out of play. Barane, pressured by Hickey. Beachside going to win the ball back, only temporarily though, and then a free kick is going to draw the eye of United there. It was the right decision though. Cox will be punching this one up towards the corner. Beyond a Whitehall, goes to the opposite flank. Good chest down. Taken away. McDonald run over his head, and then Kasif took it inside as he handled it. And judge to have handled it, Kasif. Another free kick, and another stoppage in play.
There's just nothing going right for them at the moment, is there, for Hobart?
Yeah, inadvertent, but does bounce off the arm in the end. Trailed it forward. Now, might Shay Hickey step up and think about a shot here. Whitehall and McDonald hovering around.
It's about all we haven't had in this game, isn't it? A free kick screamer into the top corner. Do you reckon we can get one here?
I think we do. And when Benny Whitehall's involved, it's every chance. He lets it run for McDonald. And that was more of a threat to the spectators behind up near the cricket nest there than the goal.
Yeah, I think I was asking for a bit much there, wasn't I?
And he approached it with a Ronaldo-style run up and belted the outside of the boot. And just skied it horribly, really. But it doesn't really matter. They don't need to add to their score, Beachside. They've just got to see out these last few minutes. Can Hobart United rally back? Get back on terms. Swings this one into the Ngor direction. Barane. Oh, another free kick. You're not going to like this. There's so many little fouls. Just broken all the rhythm in this game. There's been end-to-end stuff. Hobart United have looked good, but Beachside, game's been on their terms in the second half far too regularly. As far as United are concerned, taking the lead and they've taken control. But there is still time left if they can find something here. A searching ball steered away by Pearce. Whitehall competing with Kasif. Barane heads back centrally. Riak Jur. Copped one from Hickey. And it'll be brought back there. Hickey pleading was unintentional. It certainly was. To be fair to him, as MK will wait for the tall timber to get forward and then swings it in there. Easily repelled though. Will turn was pretty nice, but in the end just outpointed by Ash Fisher. But it then gets clattered into. That'll be a slice of cheese. And into the book goes Ajak and Gore. And a fairly cynical foul. And they can ill afford that.
No.
United. These fouls they're giving away proving costly. They're playing right into the opposition's hands right now.
Really well won by Fisher there, though, and I think he's been one of their best in this second half. All the play seems to be coming down this left-hand side, and he's just not giving them anything easy.
Yeah, probably struggled a bit early on with some of the wingers were exploding at him and thought, well, they're really on him wide areas tonight. But as the game's progressed, he's been sensational. You're quite right. This second half, he's barely lost a duel. He's won everything that's come at him.
Yeah, he seems to have just really figured out how to get his body in the right position, even when he doesn't have the pace advantage.
He's just out pointing him again. And that is just needless. I mean, where's he really going with that?
That's just frustration, I think, plain and simple.
I think he is spot on with that assessment. Climbing over the top was Kasif.
Let's go, Hobart!
The Pelican Whitehall. Hickey into the middle of the bullseye. Getting there first was Anderson. Now the cross to Westenberg. Ball though, broken up by Joel David. Barana, heavy touch. Just letting him down. Some tired bodies out there now. Whitehall looks to turn and go, but it's one back by Kasif and then one back in turn by Whitehall. He's just going to shield the ball as long as he can. Coughed it up eventually. Barane up against Goldsmith. Heaved it forward. Fisher has worked his way forward, but quickly won back by Barabu. MK. We're into stoppage time. 6 added minutes. They'll enjoy that. Plenty of time left for United if they can rally here. But they're going to need to show a little bit more composure on the ball. So they can't keep a hold of it at the moment. Crucial challenge one there by Joel David. Worked forward by Morabu. Crowd coming to life, knowing they've still got 6 minutes and added a lifeline there. But they've not really threatened at all in the last 15 or 20 minutes.
Now, as much as they've had the ball, there hasn't been too many chances on goal.
It's been possession without threat, and this is looking threatening at the other end because Whitehall's charging him behind, and I reckon he just placed a hand on Lessico there, and that gave him the excuse to go down. And I don't think many Whitehall appreciated that. So I reckon he's rested the hand in the back. They gave him the excuse, and he takes a little bit of a tumble. We'll have a look, see if it was anything forceful. I don't think it was. He's already off balance at that point. Just clipped him with the leg in the end, I think.
Yeah, it didn't take much to take him down, but a little bit of contact on the back of the leg.
So, can United find something here? Can they dig deep? Rally late. MK swings it in. Kasif unable to get that one. Sliding in decisively was Whitehall. Kasif again. They've run everything through him down the left this half. The Beachside defence will not yield. Joel David from range, it's David. It's wide of the mark. It was an optimistic effort. The keeper had it covered.
Even though that's one of their few shots in this half, that's probably not what they need there, is it? A shot like that from so far out.
Well, I think that's credit to the Beachside defence. They've forced them into a shot like that because they've not been able to create anything clear cut.
There's nothing else going at the moment.
There isn't. The crowd's trying to wheel them back into it. Here we go. Morabu. Oh, well slid in, well won. This Beachside defence has been fantastic. They were really looking at sea early on, a bit surprised by the tenacity and the pace of Hobart United, but they've been very, very impressive in this second half. Barane combines with Riak. Barane sliding it again. There's just bodies back there in the way for Beachside, shutting everything down. And the throw-in will go Beachside's way. They're not far away now, Beachside, from claiming the Summer Cup. Still 3 minutes of additional time to come. Headed back into the middle. Here's MK. He's looking for Kasif again. Fisher read it like a book, and then he'll go on an overlapping run and then nicks it past. Lets it go and continues to charge onwards here. There's Fisher sliding in. Was MK. Keeping a hold of it was Fisher. He's got an unmarked man at the back post. He couldn't pick him out though. Charles David was the only man back for United. He won it away. Oh, that was clever. Brilliantly let run by Kasif. But look at the bodies back. Emphatically won by Cox. Crowd urging them onwards. Desperate for one last attack here. They swing it. It's a good looking ball. And the header is gathered by Wilson. Can barely hear myself think here at the moment, Jagger. It's just gone up again.
2 minutes left and all of a sudden Hobart looked like they might have found a bit of a second wind here.
Might just let the crowd take us home here. As this one is swung. Top of the box. Headed down. Letico lashes at it. Fisher force the turnover here. United, it's everyone back in the area. Away again by Westenberg. Will this stay in? He's giving a good honest chase, McDonald, and he's tracked it down in time. It wouldn't go out. He's going to turn and go straight at the goals here. Cuts it back. Oh, good run. They can ice it here, Beachside. Big chance. Oh, they've dealt with it pretty well though. Nicely done by Joel Davids. They hold firm. They live to fight for another minute at least. And a throw in here. Everyone needs to be getting forward. This is it. Long throw for Riak. Riak flicks it back in. Well away by Goldsmith. The keeper Dan is chilling back in his penalty area for some reason. He needs to be pushing up the field here.
Yeah, someone's got to come and get that ball in a hurry.
Anyway, this is just about last chance saloon. Dangerous looking ball. Letico nods it down. React to! Shot blocked by Cox. Oh, what a block it was by the big centre half. I thought Riak is going to complete the hat-trick. Shea Hickey makes a good decision and just put it out in front of young Anderson, who's gone down clutching his leg. And the throw-in's going to go Beachside's way. And that might just be that.
Oh, that's a hell of an interception there to finish it off. Riak was completely through on goal, I thought, but just couldn't quite sneak it through.
I'd love another look at that. Here we go. Oh, that's going to be the foul. If we get another look at that challenge in the penalty area, you'll see that one just counting out of play. But what a challenge from David Cox. He saved the day here. Well pushing down the centre-back, playing as an auxiliary centre-forward. Riak gets in behind of Pearce, and the shot block saves a goal. We've ticked past the allocated added time, so we're just playing with whatever added time there's been from this additional 6 minutes. What a great show of faith. It's all over. The final whistle rings out at KG5, and Beachside have fought back to claim a classic Summer Cup final. 3 goals to 2. Absolutely superb stuff. Finn O'Neill made himself the hero with a second half double, and they rally back to win an epic. What more can you say about a game like that?
We really have been spoiled this summer, haven't we? That's one of the best games you'll see at any level in terms of just a fantastic contest. 2 really different sides. Both had it on their terms at different times, and in the end, Beachside just held out stronger at the end.
Yeah, they really handled the second half well. They made adjustments there at half-time. Credit to Brett Pullen, the coach. They shifted things around a little bit, and they were able to get back on top. Hobart United, well, they put up an almighty fight. They were lightning out of the blocks. They had periods of the game where they were utterly scintillating. At the end of the day, they just couldn't find a way through that green and black wall they were facing in that final half hour or so. You have a look at the goals again. Happier times there for United as Giu opened the scoring with a deft little chip. But this man was always going to loom large in the contest, Benny Whitehall, and he picked up his first assist of the night there, playing it in for Gonzalez. It was all in the first touch, that goal. Beat the centre-back to it, who was trying to clear it, knocked it past him into space. It was a really classy goal from Alvaro Gonzalez. So that was 1-1. And then Hobart United surged again. They had a great little period just to end the half. They got themselves a spot kick here. The pace was causing problems all night. And the keeper comes out, collected the man. And Alistair Cook, with no alternative but to issue a slice of cheese and point to the spot. And up stepped Riak, who grabbed his second. He was the star of the first half. It was a good initial save from the keeper. And Cooley knocked it back past him. And boy, did he love it. Found our wonderful photographer Linda Higginson down there, and they just, like a moth to a flame, these Hobart United players to the camera. That made it 2-1, and that's how we went in at half-time. And then the game really turned in the opening minutes of the second half, really. There was Finn O'Neill rising high, commanding header. They'd looked threatening in the air all evening. They looked the better side aerially. Finn O'Neill made it 3-2. Trying to get this last goal in quickly before the presentation starts. It'll be the match-winning goal, and here it is. There was an element of fortune. And he's surging forward. Just Lechico found it caught between his feet, and there was the youngster O'Neill, and that was all the scoring we got for the half. From that point on, Beachside sat back, defended well, and we'll kick on with the presentation now.
I want to say thank you to our supporters. Very good stuff tonight. To the Beachside, well done, boys, good battle. To the referees, good stuff. That couldn't be better. I know it's a tough game, but well done. To my boys, we're disappointed, but hey, we gave it all. Let's see what's next time, yeah? We'll meet you boys next weekend. Thank you.
Can I have the captain of Beachside, please, approach the
Thanks everybody who came out to watch tonight. Hopefully it was a pretty entertaining game of football. Certainly looked good standing in the middle with the other boys running past me. Thanks very much to Hobart United. That's a really electric brand of football that you guys play. It's really good to watch, and if you keep that up, I'm sure you'll win a lot of games this year. We really had to just dig in at the end. Credit to our boys, especially our young guys and all the ones who came on at the end. A very difficult game to come on into, but some really important critical tackles there towards the end, and really showed a lot of heart. So congratulations, Beachside. And thank you to the refs. That wouldn't have been a very easy game to do, and you did a very good job. So thank you, referees.
Thanks very much, Shay. Once again, thanks very much to the referees, the match officials tonight. We'll have referee manager Tony Peart to present them their medals. Whenever you like. Huh?
All right, we'll start getting some medals on. Ando, come on out. Well done, Ando. Excellent game, young man. Mr. Gibbo, come on out, please. Well done. Excellent, bro. Fishing. Excellent fishing. Looking rapid. Old man Pierce. Piercy. Yeah, staying with Pierce. Coxie, if your hamstrings will get out here, come out. And that's Robbo, come on out, please, mate. Well done. Robbo, the goalkeeper, coming out. Matty Luttrell, come on down. Aldi, excellent work, mate, coming out very rapid tonight. Excellent. Finn the difference, come on down. Maccas, come on down, Maccas, your turn. Donald. Benjamin, Whitehall. Azza, coming down, grab a medal. So Stanley, come on through, excellent game, young man. Work hard. Goldie, huge when you came on, mate. Coming down, Goldie. Felix, coming down, mate. very ready all night. Jonesy coming down. Westy, come on down, mate. Thanks a lot, Westy. Sam, come on down, mate. It's all work, Sam. Excellent. And a round of applause for our wonderful coaches. Thanks very much. You don't get a medal. Once again, thank you very much, everybody. It was great support tonight. Commiserations, Hobart United. Congratulations, Beachside. Can Shay approach the trophy? Congratulations, Beachside. 2019 Division A Summer Cup champions.
And that brings this to a conclusion here at KG5 this evening. A dramatic evening, a wonderful cup decider. Beachside emerging victorious, 3-2. Finn O'Neill, the hero, coming off the bench and scoring a double. It was a wonderful entertainment, and Beachside worthy winners in the type of cup final that you just want every single time there's a decider. It was well worthy of the occasion, Jacob.
Yeah, definitely. About as good a game as you could ask for, really. And I think based on that, there's some good signs for the upcoming season for both teams and for the league as a whole.
Absolutely. I think we've got two of the league contenders for the Vito Southern Championship we've just seen tonight. It's fascinating to follow their progress throughout the league season. Speaking of the league season, the NPL Tasmania continuing tomorrow. That's our next live stream. We head down to the Den tomorrow evening from 6 p.m. Hobart Zebras taking on the hosts, the King Lions. Do join us for that one. Until then, thanks for joining us. It's bye for now.